Um, Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Moon Serena, and it's me, Sailor Venus, Sailor Hellersworld, Sailor V, Mina here, and today we're going to talk about, you know, the downside to being a Irwin toy doll. Now, with most dolls, it tends to be the heads. Like with wrestling dolls, either from Jack or Mattel or Toy Biz or whatever. But with Irwin toy dolls and Bandai dolls, Sailor Moon dolls, it tends to be the legs breaking off. Now, you might ask yourself and say, what would make that happen? Well, who really knows? You got the leg that was put together most likely in between 2000 to 2001 YL was when Irwin started making dolls that had more beautiful layers that some folks scathed and said it was too beautiful. But how Irwin could get away with it and other businesses could not, I don't know. So, anyway, the first doll that this happened to would be Tuxedo Mask or Evening Wear Hider Darien. First time it would happen, I guess, in the past 2011 while Neebies and in 2012 while, but no big deal. You could just put the leg back in the hole. Now, the big deal came in the 8th month of 27 between while when the leg broke, but unlike all the other times where the thing that you could put in the hole, that thing broke off. And it was a big deal because it isn't like you can just take film or tape or something and roll around it. First, you have to take the longs off. Well, first you got to take the shoes off and the longs off, just to get to where the leg is at before you can either bind it up with film or tape or whatever you're choosing to bind it up with. So it is a more undertaking to do it. And he's in a doll healing house business would have to have an undertake to do it because they would have had to take the shoes off and take the longs off. I don't know about, just to say, oh, well, this is what's wrong. Now, you would think that that would be the last time that would have happened to him. Well, last year it happened again, only this time he's binded up good and now he's got a doll stand, so that'll never happen again. Now, if you would think that that'd be the last doll that it would ever happen to, think again. Yeah, Sailor Moon, I'm going to talk about what happened to me. It happened to me months ago. I was on this stand. Well, not this stand, but a stand like this stand that I've always been on. And one day my hair got caught in it. How? Who knows? And I pulled to get my hair out. And it seemed to be enough for the leg to say, that's it. I don't want to be wedlocked to the rest of the body anymore. I break up. And luckily I didn't have any, luckily I didn't have, longs or anything. You could see where the leg broke off and you could see where you need to put the film and the tape to hold it instead. So that what tends to happen to Irwin toy dolls, at least to Sailor Moon Irwin toy dolls. I can't speak for the Bandai Sailor Moon dolls, the old ones or even the newer ones, if they go through that same bind or not, but I would think most likely too. And when we're talking about binds of legs, we come back to the badly made Irwin toy stands that were made with every Sailor Moon doll that was either made by Irwin or Bandai between the years of between 95 YL to 2001 YL. These badly made stands could not fit dolls wearing shoes. You had to fight them to get them into the stand if they were wearing shoes. If they were wearing high heel shoes, well, it'd be a hit and miss. The stand would either hold the doll up or the doll would lean backwards or just fall off the stand at some unknown time. The stands only seemed to work on dolls that were wearing boots. And there are very few of those ones. You know. But then I know someone most likely will say, oh, well, they were never meant to be taken out of those stands. So once you fight to get them in the stands, don't take them out. Well, I just think they didn't know how to make doll stands for dolls that wear shoes or high heel shoes. But getting back to legs being broken, that tended to be a thing that happened to Irwin toy dolls. Well, at least Sailor Moon ones. They always seem to be the legs. Never the heads, never the arms. Yeah, and never the heads. The heads kind of have that bobble up and down kind of thing that Toy Biz would make when they were, making the Xena dolls, the bigger ones. Well, anyway, you would think that would be a thing. But it's not. That's not a bloody thing. Maybe there are folks out there who had Irwin Toy or Bandai Sailor Moon dolls and the heads came off. Rare, because it always seems to be the legs having a bind. Yeah, you're right about that, Sailor Venus. Sailor V, Sailor Hellas Mina. It always seems to be the legs. And I've had my leg come off sundry times since this offshoot of me came in 2023 while, but luckily I could always put the leg back in, either because you're getting it in the stand or either because I fell off the book stand, but some dolls don't have that luck. The leg comes out, the thing breaks, and then you got over sticky ooze and you getting all kinds of duct tape and all kinds of strong tape to hold the leg in the stead, and you're coming up with new ways to either put it in a stand or get a stand for, or new ways to do something that it never happens again. So, yeah, that is a downside of being an Irwin toy doll, is that your legs can break up from the rest of the body, which is a big ouch. Yeah, it is. Well, I guess I could end this film. Then take it away, then, Sailor Venus, Sailor V, Sailor Hellas World Mina, Sailor Hot World. Alright, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and tell us, did that ever happen to any of your Sailor Moon Irwin toy dolls or Sailor Moon Bandai dolls? And I'm talking about the ones that were made between 95 or 2001 or even ones that were being made back in between 93 when they first started making dolls, or any of the newer ones. Let me know. We'll see you later.